Hey, what up, gents and gentats? It's Pulsar, dude. Welcome and hang out with me, man. Today we're going to be watching Apothecary Diaries, episode 14. And so, kind of what's going on, basically, in the previous episode, Shalon, right, my favorite girl in the series, basically was like, I need a job, my contract's going to end. And so, they ended up talking to Shisui, and then Shisui's like, yo, we could, like, rub up these, like, sounds so pervy when I say just like like they're doing body massages to the other concubines of the palace, right? Maybe like the ones that aren't super famous, but they're getting like their like their presence known, right? So I think that's like the goal is to like get them like kind of like glued onto one of these concubines. Anyways, what happens is after all that is that they end up finding a what's her name? Li Shu, right? Li Shu is like the little girl, right? The littlest concubine that's never been touched, and they like she was like saying, "I'm too scared to take a bath at her own place because there's like a ghost there, right?" And so that's leading into this episode, right? There's like a ghost, spooky ghost, and that's what's going on. And yeah, we'll just go right into it. All right. So if you're new to how this channel works, basically there's a playback timer at the bottom left down there, and that's gonna be where I'm at in the episode. So feel free to hang out with me and watch along. You should really be watching this show, man. This show is hype. Like, it's so good. All right, let's go. Here we go. Three, two, one. Oh, man, I'm gonna say it, man. I'm not a particularly big fan of the new opening. Maybe it'll grow on me, but I think the first one was like a little bit more fun. What do you guys think? I'm still gonna let it rock though, because maybe I'm gonna gleam out some. Who's this chick with the claw hands? Oh, it's her. Oh yeah, we got introduced to the new. I don't know if it's like really an introduction, but we kind of were aware that there's another dude now that's gonna be a part of the story. There's quite a few characters that are adding into it, right? Yeah, we have the red bun girl, right? Because she's part of a triplets. I feel like Shisui is gonna be evil. Like in my mind, I feel like she's gonna be evil. Did you get those vibes? Like they just kind of add a character in there, and you're like, this character's a plot device. Like, that's me with Shisui, but she's kind of cute, so I kind of like her. But no one's gonna replace my favorite side character, right? No one's gonna replace her. There she is. Yeah, best girl. And then meanwhile, my friend was saying she hates her, and I was like, no. All right. Hmm. So does she want to investigate it out of the curiosity of herself, right? Oh, she's being summoned. Uh, I wonder how she views him. Okay, there you go. Of course he does. I wonder if she knows that Jinshi is not a eunuch. I wonder how common knowledge it is. I wonder how that feels to be like Mal Mal, just hearing this conversation of like borrowing and renting. She is gonna rage on him after this is over, isn't she? Oh my god! I was just talking about how there was no Jinchi interaction between her, and now, damn, it looks like she was assaulted, hit by a car, even. Dude, remember how she was hamming it up, dude? She was going wild when she got the little oxtail thing. He knows. I'm almost positive, right? Because he was talking about the medicine that they're giving him, right? So they are doing stuff to him, but they haven't like castrated him. Is that the case? Oh man, were they just making it like were they just like corrupting up the area so that she wouldn't go so they could just use it? Because they were talking about this, right? How what's the girl with that red hair, man? Man. And like it's like so sad. It's just these two, right? And then even like the taster, right? The girl to the left is like kind of forced into being her friend now at this point. His voice is actually pretty goddamn soothing. Man, she goes through it like emotionally, huh? Every time she deals with Jinchi, because she's like infatuated by him, right? But she's like also like a kid. I mean, she's like I don't know. She's like I think she's like 14, 15, but she lived a life of like isolationism, right? Hmm. Poor girl. Wait, I was supposed to watch this with my friend. Oh well. I was just talking to her yesterday about it. I've abandoned her. Oh. What was it? Torture room. Hmm? What is that? It's rot? Oh, okay. I mean, ugh. Well, I guess the walls are paper, right? So there has to be something like moist there, right? Like water? Is it? I was like, gonna be like it's gonna be like a vacuum effect, right? Or like the water like being pulled through, and it was actually not a person. I think I'm assuming. All right, they're gonna pull up the planks. Yeah. See, I know how water works. Plus wood. Was it her own face? Oh my god, it was a mirror. Oh, so precious. Oh, what? Oh, is it? Wait, what? I'm so confused by what the reflection is. Oh. Oh, so it's actually like imprinted into the mirror or it's into like the brass, bronze. What was it? Oh, that's kind of creepy. When you think about that, is a bunch of coincidence. Oh, at least she was precious, dude. I'll never get over the episode where like her friend leaves. That episode was tragic to me, dude. Because she's just trying her best to like live, and then there. Well, I mean, I guess she's kind of living as like a sort of spoiled life, but man, that was tragic. 'Cause she only has like one friend, right? Maybe technically two, but like the other one's like bought. That one right there, right? Man, gotta keep up with those appearances. I wonder if Gigi's gonna say something. What? She gonna throw it away. She gonna break. She did. Is she gonna? So weird. Wait, who's that belong to? Is it hers? Oh, I mean, bitches get what they get, right? Damn. Newcomers. So messed up. What? Damn, just straight up nothing. Feels like it's been a while since we've seen the doctor too. Okay, so this is still on the table. It's just a matter of when, right? I hope it doesn't take till the whole rest of the episode. I hope it's like it's like a point early in the episode, and then it kind of leads into like the a bigger arc for the season. I think that's what the show kind of needs to do if it wants to like gain the lost ground. the strategist will intervene. So he's still a variable. Okay. I hope his wife is still alive. I really do. I really do. I don't think she would care. Like, I don't think she would. I think she would care, but not for the reasons that he would expect, or because she doesn't want the responsibility of it, right? Like that's what she's been trying to avoid. For the foreigners, there's the one with the limp, right? That's like the one that's going to be introduced as a character, right? Or like like a relevant character, I would assume. Oh shit, that's unfortunate. It's been a while since we've seen him just woo the females of the show. I like how slow it is for him to do things because he is technically paralyzed. Is it Shisui? Shaolon? No! No! Oh, my girl! The most tragic episode of Apothecary Diaries. All for this, all because, man, didn't I spend like the first like 4 minutes of the episode just talking about Shaolon and how much I love her as a character, and then now I get to watch her go through the tragedy that's gonna be bestowed upon her. Ugh, that hurts. I don't want to watch the preview. I'm not gonna watch the preview. I'm gonna stop here and accept my fate. Ah, that's gonna suck. I hate that. I really didn't think anything would ever happen to that character just because she's Shaolon. She just exists and is like adorable. That's her role, and now we have some tragedy bestowed upon her. My guard was down. Ugh, that's fine. I think that's cool. I accept. I mean, realistically, I think it's pretty cool because like it got me invested. Because I guess that's why they made her a little bit more relevant as a story character through the her writing arc plus getting incorporating her more into like trying to find a job, getting more time with her, and then they kind of drop this on you. So now you have to feel it that this character is going to go through the business right now, right? But I imagine they're gonna just it's gonna be like Mal Mal where they kind of give her a debt that she has to pay off. So doesn't she just gonna keep working in the palace? Oh no, I'm being spoiled. I'm being spoiled. Stop! 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 Yeah, dude, that was um episode 14 of Apothecary Diaries though. I kind of like it because I think like I said, the unfortunate thing about this is that everything that was built up to like episode 12 and 13 was like kind of let go. And so like it's kind of like rebooted through this arc. And I know it's like the undertones are like rekindling that, right? They're kind of like implying that we need this to happen. It's just a little bit unfortunate that it kind of like deflated right at the end of that, like once episode 13 hit, and now we're kind of like rebooting it. And I think that's like the unfortunate part. And so I think how quickly they can get it back to escalating that scene, I think was going to be really helpful. But at the same time, the show has always been really gentle about its pacing, so it's like I personally want it, right? I want it to like kind of go back to the Jinchi stuff, right? Kind of, but I guess it doesn't need to be forced, right? Because at this point, Mao Mao does need a perfect scenario in order for her to like reconcile, not reconcile, but to really handle Jinchi's words. Like she needs to be at a point where she wants to hear the words, right? Because you could say it to her, but it's gonna just go right through her ears because she just doesn't want to be involved because she's not invested. So I am kind of curious how they're gonna find that moment where she is going to accept the words, right? That's probably going to be the most curious part because it's like Malmo is such a like I don't know if she's really complicated or she's been like such a stubborn character, right? She's just herself, and so like watching things kind of interact with her is kind of what the a lot of the show's been about, right? How she interacts with people, and so like it cannot be forced. It cannot. It has to happen the most organic way for it to be believable for Mal Mal to move forward. I think, right? And then there was something else I wanted to say, and I might have just already let it just on my ear. Woo! Yeah, maybe I'll just stop there, and maybe if I do remember it, I'll make a comment about it. But yeah, that was episode 14. I'm hoping that it just I trust the show. Like this the season, I think the beginning of season 2 had like a little bit of like jarring issues for me for pacing. It picked up, but then now it's like weird that it got redeflated, right? That's just how it is for me. Overall, it's still good. It's just that to me there are key moments where I was like, it feels like it deflated, like the show did so far. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how season 2 is holding up for you guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, boy.